Yes,
Assalamualaikum.
sir.
Okay, good. Okay, good. The voice is clear. Okay. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning for everyone, all the participants who attends our discussion today. So today I will deliver the technology in Islamic finance and banking industry, where BSI become it is part of the strategy BSI become top 10 global Sharia bank through digitalization. Firstly, of course, I would like to say thank you very much for the committee who invite us to share to a very good event this morning. So I'll be supported by my team, Mas Adit, to share the slide presentation. Please take Mas Adit. So Mbak Amel has introduced my profile, so we can continue to the next slide. So I think it is very one of my favorite hadith from Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So the best people are the most beneficial to other people. So in this hadith tell us that we are to be the best not because of our wealthiness, our physically, or our journey to the beautiful place and Instagrammable, or you can show something with your clothes. But this hadith tell us that the best people in the world because we give a benefit to other people. I think it is very important. Then I think it is very visionary statement from Rasulullah SAW. Next. I will divide to be two agenda. First agenda is I will update about the Islamic banking progress, especially update about how impact of the mega merger of the Islamic banking in Indonesia to the constellation of the Islamic banking in industries in Indonesia and also in globally. And then of course the second session it is our main course to discuss about technology in finance and Islamic banking. Please to the next slide. So Alhamdulillah the Indonesian economy has consistently recovered and it is predicted to grow positively even during the prolonged COVID-19 pandemic. It is very important for Islamic banking industries because as you know that we are the largest Muslim population in Asia, even in the world, with 79 million population in Indonesia. GDP growth very good, even we have a very bad situation in 2020, but in 2021 it's recovered again, with the very stable inflation rate, even though we hear now that situation in the world, especially like in the US, the inflation reached until 9%, but in Indonesia we are still very steady. Then also at the box at the right side, you can see how the penetration, Islamic banking penetration in Indonesia is very, very low, only 6.5% compared to the other countries with the majority Muslim population. So the minimum URA, it is reach 24%. So I mean that I want to tell you is that actually Indonesia also has that opportunity. Minimum will reach from 6.4% to be 20%. Next. Indonesian Islamic banking, one of the most exciting opportunities globally. If you can see from the table, Indonesian banking offer higher ROA with highly competitive asset growth among other peer countries. With the banking asset growth during 2015 until 2019, it is reached 10%. Then with the ROE is 1.9%. So in our financial evaluations, this June, BSI not 1.9%. It has reached more than 2%. So that's what I want to tell you is that actually we are very competitive than very very bright future for the Islamic banking in Indonesia. And then if you see at the right side, that during 5 years, Indonesian third-party funds, it increased twice from 7.8 to be 13.8, to the purpose. And then while the Islamic penetration with this massive opportunity waiting to be unleashed, with the very low penetration, contribute only 3% of GDP for the total GDP of Indonesia. Next. So perhaps we compare to Malaysia, our close neighborhood, how opportunities compared to the Malaysia. So based on this data, the above side, it is the growth of Indonesia Sharia banking during 4 years. 4 years. We can see that for asset third-party funds is consistency growth, very steady. While at the Malaysia Sharia banking, you can see that actually we are higher, above 2 digit, while in Malaysia only single digit. Then for the third party fund tend to decline during 4 years. Then maybe you have a question, why Malaysia has a very large market share of the Islamic banking compared to Indonesia. So if you see the left side, Indonesian market share is only 6.4%, while in Malaysia is 29% for the market share. But if you see the CAGR, compounded annual growth rate, Malaysia is 28%, Indonesia is 25.9%. So I want to tell you that actually the aggressiveness of the growth of the Islamic banking in Indonesia and Malaysia is almost the same. But what makes difference? It is at the earliest step, 2007 and 2008. There is a quantum leap, in Malaysia. Growth very fast. Then after that, Malaysia consistent growth. Then the market share is is very high now. Next. And then also I'll bring you to the to see how the Islamic banking in Indonesia compared to the conventional banking. Then Islamic banking in Indonesia is growing faster than the conventional banking. Yeah. However, size of Islamic banking smaller than the conventional banking. So even though we are growing faster, but of course it doesn't mean anything, to the very large of the market share of the conventional banking. If you can imagine, it is like making a comparison between step of the adult and the child. Yeah. So even though the child run very fast, but for the adult walk slowly, but the adult person will reach the distance faster, faster than the child, the running child. Next. The last 3 years, Islamic banking market also has grown significantly. 2018, we are only 5.69%, and at December 2021, it reached 6.7%. Where it happened? It happened actually during pandemic. 2019, 2020, and 2021, during pandemic. Why? Yes, there are two reasons. The first reason, because the Syariah banking still growth consistent even during pandemic, and the second one because of the Kanun Aceh strategy, where all the conventional banking in Aceh were converted to be Islamic banking. Islamic banking. It is during 2020, 2021, the market share grown significantly. Next. We are very grateful, Islamic banking in Indonesia, it has grown in the very good environment with the largest Muslim population in the world, and then also with the government supporting. Is very positive from the President Jokowi, and also from the Vice President Pak Maruf Amin, and also from Pak Erick Thohir, Ministry of ISSAF. The most important of the aspiration is how Indonesia has establishing the largest Islamic bank in Indonesia, and then also with global respect too. Then Pak Erick Thohir expect that we are to be top 10 largest Islamic banking in the world, on market capitalization. Next. Then government, on the 1st February 2021 has decided to merge the three SOA Islamic banking, Mandiri Syariah, BNI Syariah, and also BEI Syariah. Then suddenly, previously the largest one was Mandiri Syariah, with the 7 million customer, with asset more than 120 million rupiah. Then after merger, the result, suddenly we have a very huge channels, yeah, with around more than 2,000 ATM, and then more than 1,300 of the branches, with the very huge human resources, more than 90,000, and then suddenly we have 15 million customer base with the asset more than 265 trillion asset. Next, it is the comparison, yeah, the data, yeah, the data, BSI among top 10 national bank and also 20 global Syariah bank. Suddenly, Indonesia has the largest Islamic banking. We are number 7 among the total national bank, yeah, the largest national bank. So we are under BTN and then CIMB, very close to BNI, also BCI and the BEI. Then also, then actually our aspirations on to 2025 will be the 5th largest. We will be the 5th largest of total national bank. And then Bank Syariah Indonesia, now we are in the asset, yeah, in the global we are number 19. Then our aspiration is will be number 10 in the market cap, market capitalization. Next. It is the detail, yeah, the detail compared to the national bank. Even our asset, we are number 7, but for the setting, we are number 5. For the setting, we are number 5. It means that we are the banking who has the customer base number 5, the most or the largest bank, the largest customer base. So if you want to see how much is the last how much is the customer base, we can see from the saving, from the saving. So Bank Syariah Indonesia is the 5th largest customer base in Indonesia. Next. And then even though Bank Syariah Indonesia it is new bank, it was established on 2021, but we have received various awards, yeah, by the prominent, yeah, prominent institution to recognize our presence, yeah, to acknowledge our presence, yeah, from Forbes and then from the IFA and then CGVI and many things. Next. And then we are going to the our main course. We are talking about the technology in finance and Islamic banking. Next. So it is the mapping. Yeah. It is the mapping of the competitions of the ESI among the environment of the financial industry. At the left side, the ESI must compete with the traditional banking, BRI, Mandiri, BNI, and then CIMB, BCA. So we don't compete again with the Syariah banking, of course, because the second row of the Islamic banking is Bank Muamalat, and then the asset is 1 to 5, yeah. With the asset around 50 trillion is too huge, so we compete with the 10 largest of the traditional banking. While at the right side, we have to compete with the neo bank banking but with the capability of digital. Then we call it with the neobank. And it's very different, yeah, with the traditional banking approach. You know how they operate, yeah. The traditional banking is focused on the volume, profit, yeah, and third-party fund, while for the neobanks, they are very focused on the growth of the customer base, where they target, you know, if they can reach more customer, then they can utilize it someday, yeah, to monetize it, yeah, to make it money from the largest large customer base. And then at another situations, you know, we have to compete with the fintech, yeah, go to Grab, Astro, Bukalapak, and many things, yeah, compete. It is can be a competition, and then also it can be a partnership, yeah, with the fintech. Yeah. For example, previously, you know, I don't know you have an experience on this or not, yeah. Previously, you know, the main bank income, it is from the payment, yeah, from the electricity payment, phone bill, and anything. But currently, you know, suddenly it's disappeared. So you don't need bank again to pay the electricity and many bill activities like phone, tax, or anything. You don't need bank again, but everything can handle by you know, by fintech. Mean that it reduced, yeah, the fee taxation, the one of the resources of the revenue of the banking. It is the mapping of the competition. Next. So how is our dream, yeah, to bring the SI to become top 10 global Sharia bank? Our aspiration actually, how we'll bring this BSI on 2025. Actually, we want to have 40 million customers. It's very important. Customer is very important. Who create money is customer. Then actually we see this opportunity from 227. I think until 2025 it is something that is very realistic for us. Yeah, is only 20%. Yeah, not 20%. It's only 20%, yeah, of the total Muslim population in Indonesia. Then also our aspiration that, of course, we want to be one of the most profitable company, yeah, who who can deliver ROE around 18 until 20% with the asset more than 500 trillion assets. Next. Then how the technology support us? It is something that I think it is very important to share, yeah, to the academic. Actually, technology, it is not only one side. I mean that we don't use technology only for deliver services for the customer, not also for the operation, but we divide it to be four main support for the technology. First one, it is business, and then the second one is operations, and then the third one is risk, and then also the IT and security. I think it's very important. For the business, you know, we put it, the yellow light is something that we are doing transformation currently. Yeah. For example, at the business, we are transforming BSI mobile. Perhaps you are the customer of BSI, then you use the BSI mobile, but then our strategy will transforming to be super apps, super apps. And then also we'll do something differently with BSI Smart. It is like an cashless banking, and then also we improve our cash management system. Then also we develop now open API or banking as a services. The practitioner call it as BAAS. And then at the operation side, we have ETM, robotic process automation, and then virtual assistants, ISSAF, chatbot, with the AI, artificial intelligence. It is to resolve that actually, customer has a problem. For example, you don't need to call to the phone call, but something that very simple, it can be handled by ISSAF or chatbot, with the artificial intelligence. And then also also we have the IT service desk. And then at the risk, also we need the technology, for example, for the financing scoring system, and then for early warning system, collection monitoring, watch list monitoring, to make sure that actually we have the watch list, to make sure that for the we put some of the high risk customer at the one place to monitor that they still under control with our risk. And then also we have the anti-money laundering and counter financial terrorism, IML or CFT. And then it is something also that with the very fast growing knowledge of the technology, also this risk management, I think is something we have to change our mindset, how we are using the technology to use it, to cover the risk management strategy in Islamic banking. And then what is another thing is the security, security, IT and security, since it is not with the development of cloud technology, then also we have to increase our security, digital implementation forensic, data center, data recovery center, and then all the server database, also for the analytics. Next. So we have started a holistic IT and digital transformations. For example, we transform BSI Mobile to the BSI super apps, cloud-based, and then now we are also developing the banking as a services. It is like API. So just to make you simple, what is different between super app and then BAAS? So super apps, it is the cloud-based, cloud-based mobile banking, and of course it is very different with the BSI Mobile. It has also the very high capability. So we give a service, our services at our super apps. It is what we call it the super apps. Then we put everything, our services and product at our super apps. At the banking services or BAAS, we have a possibility to put our services or our product at another super apps, like at the e-commerce and anything. Then at the third, to improve our wholesale strategy, the business strategy, the wholesale strategy, the corporate strategy, we improve from cash management system to be a global transaction Syariah. And then also for the infrastructure, then actually what we are doing now, we develop on-premise core banking to be twin core, on-premise and plus digital core. So on-premise core banking means that it is like this bank needs supporting technology, what we are calling with the core banking. The premise core banking, it is like a traditional core banking system. What is different with the digital core? Digital core, it is the cloud-based. So if I want to give you an illustration, what is the difference? Yeah, it is like build a building. So if you want to prepare or to build a building to prepare it for 1,000 persons, on premise core banking, you have to build the building that can cover 10,000 people. Even at the first stage, only 1,000 people who are able to fill that building. I mean, perhaps another space, it will be empty, and it's very costly. And then what is different with the digital core banking with the cloud-based? If you need 10,000 area for the people, you don't need to build building for the 10,000, but you only need you can build for only 1,000 firstly. So if the employee or the people increase to be 2,000, then you can add very fast, for 1,000 more and anything. So if so the investment is very low, and then the time to market to increase the space at the cloud is very fast. Now what we are doing is we convert from on-premise core banking to be twin core. So we are running for the core banking traditional and then also for the digital core. Next. It is something that I give you an example, how technology can deliver a solution for the customer. So technology is a technology. Technology is this technology, but technology can deliver something very good for operation and then also for the customer. But we put the technology with value for the customer. So what we deliver for the customer, we have three value for the customer, and then activities, what we call it with the spiritual, social, and financial. So with our services, that we want to make our customer to be a good person. I mean, to be the higher level of person. We don't want you put the money and spend our money, your money to our bank, but we want to make you to be more good, to be in the spiritual, and then in the social, and then also in the financial. For example, in the spiritual services, we provide time of salat or fasting, then the closest mosque, or if you go abroad, you don't need to look up another application to find the key, but just use our mobile banking system. And then currently, especially at the pandemic situation, somebody want to give a kurban, they cannot find something for kurban, cow, goat, or anything, but you can still at your house or at your bed, then you can give kurban through mobile banking. And then perhaps at the subuh time, it is the very prime time, yeah, to give impact. It is for you not possible to go to both. Then actually you can do it in the mobile banking. And then for the financial, of course, by this mobile we can serve you for Hajj, Umroh, automotive, gadai emas, healthcare, and halaput, and investment, and anything. So we provide you just beyond banking, just beyond banking, to give more value with the customer. Next. Then it's working. It's working. I mean, the customer accepted it. Yeah. So we can see from the growth basis, mobile user growth through time. Yeah, is increased very fast. Yeah. Currently, it's reached more than 4 million. Previously, in 2020, only below 2 million customers. Then currently, it grew very fast until it has reached 4 million from the total 50 million customer of the BSI. Next. Back this again. Back again, please. It's very you can see the green light, yeah, the green light color, yeah, BSI mobile, from the ATM, card business, and also the teller, very small percentage of the transaction, while currently almost the transaction is doing in the BSI mobile. Next. And then it is for the GSwap transaction, yeah. For the GSwap transaction, then we have 700 transaction. And then during April, it's increased 300%, yeah, with more than 900K number of transactions. Means that from this data, actually, from our mobile banking data, means that it's working, to serve customer with the social, spiritual, and the financial is working. Then we can see that during Ramadan in Indonesia, that Muslim is very generous. Then it is also solved by this mobile banking. So we can see the traffic from the time series of the transaction. Perhaps if we, I believe that for during a week, yeah, Friday is the transaction is increased very high than another day. Next. So it is the beside we have a mobile banking, then we use technology also the API, yeah, API BAAS, yeah. So we can collaborate with the another ecosystem, yeah, for payment, for financing, and then also for customer acquisition, yeah, with the all partners, yeah, with the another ecosystem. Next. We have a video, yeah. It is to open the account, yeah, in BSI, because of the technology, yeah, you don't need to come to the teller. Yeah, you can open the account everywhere, every time you can. So it is very easy. Yeah, just as easy as take a selfie. But can you show up the video?
Bank Syariah Indonesia.
Yes, just as easy as take a selfie. I think that's all the presentation. We have a half an hour, yeah, to discuss. So I'll give back again to the Bu Amelia. Please, Bu Amelia, your time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for the material. Okay, the next agenda is a Q&A session. So for everyone have a question, you can raise your hand and unmute your audio. Or you can type on the chat below, guys. If you shy to answer, shy to ask, you can type on the comment below.
Is it okay if you want to speak in bahasa ya, Bu Amel ya?
Yes, sir. So guys, if you want to ask in Indonesian language, it's okay. If you want to ask also in English, it's just okay.
It's okay, but the most important for me is don't speak in Japanese language, in the traditional language. It is for the technology. It is something new for you, or I think this yes, technology is something for me also. It is not easy to understand about the technology, ya, Bu Amelia, ya.
Sir, so there's someone who want to And I want to ask Muhammad Arif
Please,
Sebastian.
please, yes, please.
For the Muhammad Arif
Yes,
Sebastian, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. Let me introduce my name first. My name is Muhammad Arif Sebastian Wala, and I'm from UMY. So I have a question, sir. Sorry, it is about the competency of, or are you from BSE? There is, I mean, strategy of BSE to compete with the conventional bank, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So the question is the strategy of BSI to compete with the conventional banking. Is that right?
Yes, right.
Okay. Actually, we have three strategy actually. First one is to make BSE to be the equal of the best. It is the first strategy. To make BSE to be the equal of the best. So previously, if everybody heard here about the Islamic banking, they are very underestimated, yeah, about the services, and then about the technology, and then about the network, and anything, and then about the human resources, the culture, anything. So what we'll do is how we decide to be the equal of the best. I mean, we see who is the best in the conventional banking for the services and the technology, network, and anything. Then we'll do we'll do equal. We'll do equal with them. So we have the some services equal in the quality and also in the ability. It is the first one strategy. And then the second one, we are doing better. We are doing better. So what is doing better? What the conventional banking doesn't do or doesn't competence on that, we'll do it. We'll do it faster and then also better. For example, currently for the some conventional banking, not very concerned for the branchless banking, actually because of we are the huge islands in Indonesia. I mean, Indonesia is the islands country. Then actually we developed the branchless banking to reach the customer wider. To reach the customer wider. So branchless banking is like a billing, if you understand about the billing. And then the third one, what we are doing is to be unique. To be unique. Unique means what conventional doesn't do, we do it. For example, we are now focused on the Islamic banking ecosystem. So what the conventional doesn't have, it is like the most, actually Indonesia, we have 1 million mosques in Indonesia. Then actually for the conventional bank, they cannot serve for it, yeah. But for VSI, now we are thinking how to use, for example, yeah, most it is something that we can leverage it, yeah. I mean, we can make the most has the better management. Then also we can use it here to leverage the society to be bankable. It is only one the ecosystem, and then we have also another ecosystem like Islamic school ecosystem and GSWAP, halal food, fashion, and anything. It is Pak Muhammad Ali. The three strategy we have here. It is enough for you?
Yes.
Answer your
it is
question?
enough, sir. Thank Thank you again.
Okay,
sir.
good.
I think it's a
Okay,
good
good.
strategy from Islamic banking. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you for Muhammad Arif Sebastian for the question. Sir, someone has answered, someone has asked about a question from Adifa Nadia Rahma. She asked about, excuse me, sir, I want to ask, as we know, in conventional bank, there is an interest, and that interest can be a salary for employee. So in the BSE, there are interest or not. If there is no interest, where do the salaries employees come from?
Okay, is from Ibu, from who asking the question?
Diva Nadia Rahma.
Diva.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diva Nadia Rahma. Yeah. So it's very relevant question. Yeah, very relevant question. So the question is from the commercial banking to pay the salary is from interest. So how the Sharia banking can pay the employee without the interest? So the conventional banking in the Sharia banking, actually we are as the intermediary. Actually, we are also at the almost, yeah, the conventional and the Islamic banking, the operation almost similar. We receive money, then actually for the conventional banking, to pay interest, yeah, for the depositors, and then for the conventional banking also, they raise revenue by giving a loan and charging interest to the debitors. It is how the conventional banking is working. And then how is the Islamic banking is working? So we are the intermediary. Actually, we receive the money, but that money, we pay that money to the customers. Yeah, at the two type. The second type, what we call it, it is wadiah. Wadiah is titipan. They put the money in banking only for the transaction, and then the second one, it is for the investment, or what we call it with the mudarabah. So we are sharing profit to the depositors. And then how Islamic banking get the revenue? Islamic banking get the revenue by three model of business. The first one is we sell the product with the murabaha. For example, we sell the house, automotive, and anything what is customer needed. So it is like sales like the sectorial. Like the sectorial. For example, we house, yeah. When you sell a home or a house, actually we have a principle. Then we charge margin. Margin and interest is very different. Margin is just because we sell the product, then we increase the margin for the selling product. So that the underlying transaction is the product, a home, house, or that automotive. Well, at the conventional banking, they charge interest because they give loans or money to the customer, and then they charge the interest. So it is the first model. We have sell the product, and the second one is we invest the money. We invest the money, so it's profit sharing. For example, there is a business. We put the money to the entrepreneur. Then the entrepreneur has a profit. Then the entrepreneur share with us the result of the profit. And the second one is rents the asset. Ijaro, rent the asset. So, for example, if you have a house, then you can rent it, yeah, for kontrakan or kos-kosan, then you receive the money. It is always the same. So we have something to rent to the customer, then we receive the rental fee, then it is our revenue. It is something that we can sell to depositor, to investor, and also to pay to employee for the salary. It is the answer. So can it answer your question? Okay, good. Thank you, Budipa.
Okay, so thank you for the Adifa for the question. Does anyone have a question?
Okay. So, Buamel, I'll give you money, Buamel. 50,000. 50,000, yeah. So if you click, then open the BC mobile if you don't have it, yeah, with the code promo BC UMY, then you will receive money with 50,000, yeah, 50,000. Perhaps Mas Adit, you can put it, the link at the chat, yeah, at the color chat. Yeah. Okay. This just a gift, yeah, just a small gift for you. Please, Bamel.
Okay,
If there is a question.
So guys, do you have any further questions, guys? Or maybe they all are understand about the material that you gave to us, sir. Okay, maybe we can move to the next session, sir, for the closing part.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for Mr. Suhendar for the attractive material. Hopefully it can help the audience to have a better understanding of financial technology in Islamic banking. And also we are turning to the last agenda, which is closing. As the master of ceremony, I do apologize for any mistakes during this event. Finally, I would like to say thank you. Before we leaving this event, please kindly everyone turning on your camera because we want to take a picture. So guys, you can turn on your camera and we're gonna make a documentation. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture in 1, 2, 3. Okay, on the second slide, 1, 2, 3. The next slide, 1, 2, 3. On the fourth slide, 1, 2, 3. And the last slide, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you so much for everyone for joining this event and see you on the next event. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Amel,
Thank you,
everyone.
Thank you, Pak.
Yes. Allow me to leave, please. Assalamualaikum.